Hi everyone, it's Alyssa and welcome to Tricky Math Tuesdays. Today's tricky math problem comes from the SATs, everybody's favorite test. And here's how it goes. It says, if you're given that 24x squared plus 25x minus 47 all over ax minus 2 is equal to negative 8x minus 3 minus 53 over ax minus 2, and zoom out a little bit and move over. This is true for all values where x does not equal 2 over a. Boom. Then what is a? And I'm guessing some of you, your eyes have already glazed over and like, how am I supposed to do this? Here's the thing with SAT problems. You're on a timer, obviously. So there's not going to be any one problem on there that'll take you 10 minutes. It really shouldn't happen. So there has to be some little trick. There has to be something to make this faster. And we're going to go through and I'll show you this is the fastest way to go through it. Granted, as a little side note, this is a multiple choice test. So you could take the 4 answers that you're given and plug them in one at a time in for this, but boy, is that tedious and prone to error. I do not recommend that, especially if a lot of times they have the option of none of the above. So then you're like, that's not going to help you. Okay, so this first over here, x does not equal 2 over a. All that's telling you is you can't have 0 in the bottom. Like, it's true if the bottom of this isn't 0, because if x were equal to 2 divided by a in this case, you're going to get a 0 is what they're telling you. It's like, so, okay, that's out of the question. Now, where do we start with this monster? First things first, I don't like fractions. I want to get rid of these fractions. How do I do that? I've got this ax minus 2 here, this ax minus 2 here. This is, well, if you can't beat them, join them. We're going to turn this into a fraction too, and then we can get rid of all the fractions. If you have fractions on opposite sides of the equal sign and they have the same denominator, you can eliminate that denominator. What I'm saying is if I have 5x over 3 equals 2y over 3, because they are two fractions, there's an equal sign between them and they have the same denominator, you can just get rid of those denominators and it's still true. 5x equals 2y. So that's what we're going for. So we have to, in order to get rid of the fraction, we have to go further into the abyss, further into the fraction. And we need to change this negative 8x minus 3 into a fraction with ax minus 2 as the denominator. So the way you do that, so we have negative 8x minus 3, you can change it by multiplying by 1. And any number over itself, not talking about 0, any number over itself besides 0 is going to be equal to 1. So I can multiply this by ax minus 2 over ax minus 2. Just like that. And that will get me a fraction with ax minus 2 on the bottom. So this is a FOIL, or multiplying binomials scenario. If you need a refresher on how to do this, how to multiply binomials, there is a separate video. Link is below. I'm not going to go into that in real depth right here. Okay, so first you have negative 8ax squared plus 16x minus 3ax, and I knew this was going to get really big really quickly. Let's move over. And last but certainly not least, we have the negative 3 times negative 2 gives us a positive 6. All this is over ax minus 2. Well, how did that help? Oh, it helped. It helped, baby. All right, so let's go back to our original one. And we had 24x squared plus 25x. I'm just rewriting it. So it's all in one place here, over ax minus 2 equals, and now we have this monster of an equation, negative 8ax squared plus 16x minus 3ax plus 6 all over ax minus 2. And we're going to bring that down, and we're going to subtract 53 over ax minus 2. And like, You've just made it more complicated. Ah, yes. But now we can combine. So first things first, I'm going to combine on this side. I have the same denominator, so I can combine them. That means, extend this, it's all one big fraction. Ta-da! It is now negative 8ax squared plus 16x minus 3ax plus 6 minus 53 all over ax minus 2. And now, boys and girls and cats of all ages, we have the fractions on both sides that have the same denominator. So we can get rid of that denominator. Gone. All gone. And for the sake of speed and because I don't want to write this whole thing out again, I'm just going to erase it. So that denominator is now gone. And hey, I have this, which looks like, did this really help? Did it? Yes, it did. Because look what's happening over here. 6 minus 53. I can combine that, and that becomes negative 47. Oh, look, I've got a negative 47 on both sides. You see what's happening here? Both of these sides, they're going to be equal. They're going to be the same. So this 24x squared is going to be the same as that negative 8ax squared. That 25x is the same as 16x minus 3ax. So we could set these equal to each other. Either one of those individually we could set equal to each other, and we can solve for a. The easier one is to say, look, the 24x squared has to be the same as the negative 8ax squared. So I'm going to set those equal to each other. 24x squared equals negative 8ax squared. If you divide both sides by x squared, like we can do in algebra, they're going to cancel out. So if I divide both sides by x squared, those x squareds are gone. And I am left with 24 equals negative 8 times a. Now, be honest, when you saw this monster of a problem at the beginning, did you really think that 24 equals negative 8 times a was the math you were going to be doing? I'm guessing not. So I divide both sides by negative 8, and I get that a is equal to negative 3, and that is my final answer. Hope you enjoyed that today. If it was useful, helpful, or even mildly diverting, please like, share, or subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. Bye.